Hey guys, Bowie here with 5 ways to still be productive during the holidays, even when no one else is working. That's very important because as you get towards that last stretch of the year, people start to look for their opportunity to not show up in the office. So that being said, there are some ways to avoid that end of day or end of year disappearing act that happens with you or your colleagues, I should say. And in this video, I will walk you through what you can do to make sure that you are super productive even when no one else around you is. So first thing first, we've got to do the math. Now, what this means, if you just read that section before getting to this video, is we want to make sure that as you're planning out the rest of your day, your weeks, that you're actually planning them out using, or at least going into a new season here, using a tool that's relevant and most effective for what you need to plan out. So I use this image here to show that the 25 blueprint goes actually from 12 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. While most I should say planners that you use actually will cut you off at 5 or 6 and maybe sometimes 9 if they really go late. So it's important, if you're going to actually block out times that you're going to get the job done, you actually want to be using a tool or a planner that actually has you really map out your day and your week accurately. This download here is available for you to be able to access that, or access these sheets for you to do that. All right, the second thing is, and actually just to kind of show you another thing about doing the math, which is very important. So looking at this, you're going to be planning out your, let's just say, week, right? And if you wanted to start it off on a Monday as far as your own planning, you can start before that. But the point of this is just to show you what I mean by doing the math. So when you're planning out your calendar, again, from 12 to 11:30, you want to be in a position where you actually are able to see or know how much time you've got to work with. So in this case, sleeping, if we're sleeping from 12 to, let's just say, 8, right? You now have a count for how many hours are left, as well as how many hours are left during the week, okay? So let's say you're going to sleep that period of time for the week. You're now in a situation where you'll go down this now, we've got less than 1.5 hours, okay? You'll notice the colors change as you get closer to the final number. As far as zeroing out your time, the colors do change. So that's what I mean by doing the math. Just really knowing what you're going to be doing and how much time you actually have left to get it done. Next thing, picking 1 or 2 things to complete, right? So the intentions and outcomes page, which you'll find in a 24-hour blueprint document, which I anticipate you will be curious enough about to download after this. That intentions and outcomes page is a page where you get to really jot down what your intentions and outcomes of any given day are going to be. And you get to do that in 5 areas, which are, as you'll see in a moment, your faith, your fellowship, your finances, your feelings, and your fitness, right? Those are the 5 key areas. Just a quick throwback thought. This is an example of what some of the other planners look like, right? Which does not allow you to really truly calculate how much time you've got left to get certain things done. So anyway, if we move ahead to the intentions and outcomes page, this is what we're talking about, right? Daily intentions and outcomes. So here you get to put in ahead of time, well, what's your intention spiritually or socially or financially or emotionally or physically. Now, you don't necessarily have to use all these icons. You can actually just have it all be a physical, all these intentions and outcomes be based on the physical kingdom, right? So you can just cross these out and just have it all be about your physical kingdom. But they're there as guidelines. So that's what we mean by taking responsibility for your intentions and outcomes, so that whatever those 1 or 2 things are that you need to complete, that you don't get bogged down, right? By more than that. All right, and here's what that intentions and outcomes PDF looks like. And you can download that and or just get the entire playbook, right? Which will have it. 3, take daily action. This here is an opportunity for you to actually score yourself. So, right, if you're going to look at what, based on whichever month you wanted to schedule or week, you could say, all right, well, in this week, this task, again, these tasks are arbitrary. I just happen to have a few here just to model, but you can rate yourself based on how you're doing on each task based on the day of the week. And so let's say you gave yourself a 3 here, a 2 there, let's say a 4, a 4 again, and a 1, right? Well, while all that's happening, you're getting a score. And when that score comes, you will have it be either equal to 5 or less than 5, right? If it's less than 5, that means there's room for you to grow. That's the value of taking daily action and scoring yourself, right? You can really see, oh wow, these are the areas that I need to improve, right? This specific item, this specific action item is what I need to improve in order to get closer to 5. And that inspires self-accountability, right? So to get access to that, that would require getting the playbook, right? And or just that sheet by itself. But I would imagine you want the entire playbook so you can see how things come together. Cautiously use your Google Calendar or Outlook. This goes without saying. If you are not measuring, right, your time in a way that gives you a countdown at the top, as I've modeled before, let me find the one we were just looking at. If you're not doing that, then you're setting yourself up for some trouble, okay? And because if you're not knowing how much time a particular activity is going to take or is taking up in your calendar, and then you jump right into a PDF, right into an Outlook or right into your Google Calendar, then you're scheduling yourself with things that you're not really sure if you have time for. You're just hoping and praying and wishing and essentially winging it, right? So you want to be cautious and use your Google Calendar after you've done this exercise, all right, in order to plan out your work. Lastly, reflect and think ahead. This is really important to really think about in the time to come or over the past year, to really give yourself some encouraging or inspirational self-assessment by looking at 5 key areas, which we call the 5 kingdoms. And when you're able to do that and reflect, that also allows you to know, what there is for you to actually sort of turn the corner of the year and into the next one, and have in mind, all right? And there's this emoticon system here that allows you to really rate and rank yourself accordingly, and then of course followed by knowing what your scores mean. So if you are interested in any of these options or steps that I've mentioned and the tools to support you in just sailing with flying colors into the rest of this year and being productive, what you want to do is actually just head over to Taking the Quiz, which you will find is available. There's a call to action, which you'll see on your document, which will have a opportunity for you to take the quiz, right? To take the what's called the Chill Code quiz, because these emoticons are now part of a quiz called the Chill Code quiz. So that being said, thank you so much for watching this, and I look forward to working with you in the next year to come on your Chill Code journey, as it's referred to, which is the first step of a 4-step process that helps you to stress less, get more done, and grow in your business as well as your life, all right? And as a result, you get to thrive. So that quiz is available. You can actually start it out by clicking here, and or by the time you get this video, there'll be a big banner here for you to click on or engage with, and that will get you where you need to be. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.